What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're going to be talking about standing your ground with customers whenever they do something very specific, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on in this video. We're also going to be taking a look at a job that we recently completed. We're going to be walking through the things that we did right, the things that we did wrong, and then a couple of things that you guys really need to look out for that would have really screwed us over on this job. So we're going to talk about all that in today's video. Before I get into that, though, I do want to mention that we did land this job using my Facebook ad strategy. If you guys are curious about how I land jobs using Facebook ads, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. That is going to be a link to the local domination course, the #1 selling pressure washing business course in the world. It's going to teach you everything you need to know, and the price on that is actually going to be going up very soon. It's a steal at the current price, so check it out. First link in the comment section description. Also, we're going to be giving away one ticket to WashCon, our live event that we're going to be holding with myself, Mike Vidin from All About Pressure Washing, Cody from Southeast Soft Wash, and Aaron from Aaron's Lean and Mean Academy. That's going to be on February 11th in Nashville, Tennessee. And like I said, we're giving away one ticket. So check out the second link in the comment section description for your chance to enter and win that one ticket. I'll also have a link down there if you're just curious about checking out the event itself and just purchasing a ticket outright. So be sure to check out all the links in the comment section description if you are interested. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So this was a pretty quick job. We did a house wash on this one as well as a driveway cleaning. We did make one mistake with this one, though. We did not mention to the customer that they needed to have everything moved before we started the job. So the back patio was actually full of furniture. Now, if we don't mention it before we go, or we don't mention it the day before, then that's completely on us. We'll never upcharge a customer to move furniture if we neglected to inform them of the upcharge beforehand. So we were stuck on this one, moving all the furniture, so that was a little bit unfortunate. However, we also made one other mistake with regards to the quoting process. Now, this isn't really on us. This is just how things go sometimes. So basically, there's two ways to quote. As you guys know, you can quote in person or you can quote remotely. Whenever you're quoting remotely, you're quoting from the computer, so you can't necessarily see everything. And when we quoted this one remotely, we couldn't see the overhang on the back patio. So unfortunately, we didn't put it into the quote. So when we went out there, we noticed that there was an overhang. We noticed there was a ton of furniture, and we had to move everything and clean everything because we're going to clean the entire house. We quoted them on the house, we quoted them on the driveway, and that's just how things go. When you quote remotely, you do have to charge a little bit extra in there for anything that you can't see or anything that's dirtier than anticipated, or just any of these little things that get tossed into the equation. So, little tip for you guys, when quoting remotely, it is faster, but you might miss things, so quote a little bit higher, as well as be sure to let the customer know if they have any patio furniture, if they have any furniture in the front of their house that needs to be moved. It needs to be moved before you arrive to do the cleaning, or there will be an upcharge, because if you neglect to mention it and they have a ton of furniture, you're going to be stuck moving it, as we were in this circumstance. So that's two things that we could have done better on this job. Now, two things that we found that you guys really need to be looking out for is there was one side of this house that was extremely oxidized, and if you put too much pressure on oxidized siding, it will streak up and it'll look bad on you, and the customer will not be happy. So that's why, of course, we do soft washing. As you guys can see, there's not really like a heavy stream coming out of Kale's gun when he's doing the soft washing, and that is because we're basically just applying chemical and then rinsing it off. So anytime you notice oxidized siding, you can always upcharge to remove the oxidation, but be sure not to put too much pressure on oxidized siding, because it will streak up and your customer will not be happy. So always be on the lookout for that. You can usually tell if you run your finger over it and the paint kind of comes off with it, that's probably oxidized, and it's usually due to sun exposure and the elements. The other thing that I recommend you guys be on the lookout for, and it's something that we noticed on this job, is one of the windows was broken on the house, and it was only held together by tape. Now, had we been pressure washing and we put any pressure on this window, if it would have shattered, it probably would have been completely our fault. We would have had to replace the whole window, but fortunately enough, we did a walk around the house before we started the cleaning process. We noticed that the window was broken, and so we just decided we weren't going to put any water on it whatsoever, because even if we did put water on it, soft washing, and it got into the house, or we put chemical on it, got into the house, we could be held liable for all of that as well. So it's important to do like a pre-inspection walk around. Mike has really opened my eyes to that. But whenever you get to the house, you do the walk around, you see the things that you need to take note of, and then you just make sure that you wash accordingly. Now, the main part of the video is stand your ground when a customer does this, and that is once we finish this job and we went to collect payment, the customer did mention that we missed the back patio concrete. Now, whenever we did the quoting process, all we quoted was the house and the driveway. We did not quote the back patio concrete. So there's two things that can happen when this happens. You can either fold under the pressure and be like, okay, absolutely, yeah, we'll go take care of the back patio concrete, or you can stand your ground with the customer and say, we did not include that in the quote. If you guys would like us to take care of it while we're here, we'll charge X amount. And so in this scenario, a customer informed us that the back patio was not clean, to which we responded, if you'd like us to clean it, we can go ahead and measure it and give you a quote on that. So that's what we did. We went ahead and did a quick measurement on it. We gave them a price on it based on square footage cost, and they actually ended up giving us a little bit more money than what we quoted them, because it was a really small piece of concrete in the back. So anyway, whenever this happens, customers oftentimes will try to add things onto the quote or get you to do extra things whenever you're on site. You really want to try to stand your ground in these circumstances, charge extra, because we had another job to do after this. We're on a time crunch. We need to get this thing done, and we had not agreed to do that work beforehand. So always stand your ground and charge what you need to charge if somebody tries to add on extra work. I'll get comments on shorts and TikToks of people going, you should have done the work for free, and then you could have got a customer for life, and they would have left a review, yada yada yada. But you guys can imagine, if you did 1, 2, 3, 4 things for customers for free for every single customer, the amount of time that you would waste doing that, and the expectation of the customer then becomes every time you come out, if they add something on the quote, you're not going to upcharge them. It's just not a good way about doing business. And like anywhere you go, if you go to a restaurant and you try to get extra something, you're going to be charged for it, because the restaurant is giving you something extra. You're providing an extra service. You should be compensated for that. So that's something you guys need to do. Just stand your ground, and that's going to be the word of the day. So if you made it this far in the video, comment down below, stand your ground, and I will hashtag you a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. As I mentioned before, if you guys are curious how we land jobs like this using Facebook ads, check out the first link in the comment section description. And if you want to try to win a free WashCon ticket, check out the second link in the comment section description. But my name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.